Hello, Cam from Arsenal Theory here with a quick video previewing the Southampton game tomorrow, Friday night. It's been a while since we played on a Friday night. The last time I can remember was the first game of the season, I think, against Palace away, and a lot of people thought we were going to get bullied and battered over the park, and we just smashed them, I think 2 or 3-0. It was a really, really great performance. Hopefully we can repeat that tomorrow against Southampton. Recent history would say that's not going to happen because we really don't have a great record against them. We drew with them earlier on this season at their ground, 1-1. Should have smashed them in my opinion on that day, but we kind of got complacent and let them back into the game, and that was that. Heard that story a few times this season, and I think last year they really dented our top four hopes. I think they beat us 2-1 at the Emirates, and they've diddled us in the cup a few times, so they're a bit of a bogey team. So hopefully we can just put that all to bed and just take care of business tomorrow. Mikel in his press conference today, not much great news coming out of there. Saliba doesn't look like he's much further on. I think Mikel's exact words were, he's not as far ahead, or he's not as far along as we hoped he'd be. And he's talking about being able to take loads during the game, and they can't really risk certain things right now, but it might start clearing up next week for the City game. So he's definitely out for Southampton. Personally, I don't think he's going to be ready for the City game. There's just no way. I just don't see how that's going to be possible. And he wouldn't have played any football since he'd been injured, which had been over a month, unless they're going to try him in a behind closed door friendly at the weekend. I just don't think it's going to work. Also worrying as well was that Zinchenko is not going to be fit for the Southampton game. So that's going to mean Tierney starting. I mean, there were people talking about, hey, do we bring Zinchenko over to the right, bring Ben White into centre back, and have Tierney on the left back role or whatever, change things up a bit. Well, we're not going to be able to do that against Southampton because Zinchenko is probably not going to be fit either. And it's not worth risking him with the big game on Wednesday next week. There's no one's really talking about Kiwior starting the game, and this is a bit of a strange one to me because we bought him from Italy for like nearly £20 million in the January window from Spezia. I believe he's a left-footed centre back, and we've got our number one centre back injured, our number two centre back Tomiyasu injured, our number three centre back Rob Holding really's not been great. So you'd kind of think he'd be getting a look in here, and he's not. And I believe he can play on the left. I believe he can play left back as well. So maybe you put Tierney on the right and Kiwior on the left. There's a few options, but I do wonder what Kiwior's been looking like in training, because he hasn't had many minutes. He probably would have got more minutes if we were still in the Europa League, but we're not. And I mean, he came on towards the end at Anfield, but apart from that, I mean, he's not had much to do really. So we may well need him a lot in the next few games. Hopefully he's up to speed and up to the level and can show what he's capable of. The other thing that came out of the conference was some comments about Emil Smith-Rowe, which didn't fill me with confidence. And I love Emil Smith-Rowe. I think when he's fit and in the groove, he's almost unplayable. When he's at that level, he should be playing for England. That's how highly I rate him. But he's always injured or coming back from injury, and he seems to be one of these players that when he does come back from injury, it just takes him time to get back into his groove. And time is not something that we really have much of at the club at the moment. The games are coming thick and fast, and the team can't babysit players, unfortunately. And also, the team can't wait for players to develop necessarily. The level of the team is progressing so quickly, faster than any fans thought it would, I think, and faster than probably people internally at the club thought it would as well. And so we can't kind of hang around for players anymore to get up to speed with things. And essentially Arteta was saying, he's really got to want it, he's got to do what needs to be done, he's got to be ready and believe that he can make a difference to the team. These are not comments that I want to be hearing about Smith-Rowe. Now, in fairness, Arteta also did say he's very, very close. But then he put that other bit on the end about desire and believing you can make a difference and kind of living the right way. I mean, I don't know, what is he doing? What is he going? Is he having too many Nando's? Is he going out on the town? What's the deal here? But either way, he needs to sort it out, because I don't want to see him go in the summer. But if he can't get up to the level, then maybe we're going to have to loan him out or cash in, and that would just be heartbreaking to me, and a lot of Arsenal fans out there as well, because I really believe if we can just keep him fit, he could become one of the best midfielders in Europe. So yeah, fingers crossed anyway on that. Fingers crossed. Moving away from Arsenal, just trying to think what else I saw today. Really, a lot of Chelsea fans still moaning. I have promised that Chelsea video. I will be putting that together. It's a bit of a longer one, that, and it kind of goes into some other tangents to do with corporate acquisitions and rich CEOs who don't really know what they're doing, but because they're billionaires, everyone thinks they know what they're doing, when in fact it's the complete opposite. But that one's for another time. So yeah, I'm going to try and do a post game video tomorrow. Sorry, get my words out. It might be a bit tricky because I'm seeing my dad tomorrow, so I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to catch the game, but fingers crossed I'll be able to get that done. So anyway, thanks for listening. I'm sure there's something I've missed out, and I'll remember after I finish this video, but I'm not going to re-record it again because this is about my third attempt. If you could like and subscribe, that'd be brilliant, and hopefully I'll see you again very, very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.